we understood the 4 C's, which is the part of our understanding the customer. Now, as mentioned earlier, once you understand the customer, it makes life easier for all of us as sales associate to identify the right solution. Now, identifying the right solution is a simple term, but you need to connect to the 4 C's. Is the customer looking at the cover? What kind of a care he is looking at? And then you need to identify the right solution. So the right solution could be in the form of a comprehensive insurance which includes the life of the passenger and the traveler, or maybe the driver, and also the roadside assistance. Or it could be, if it's a price concerned customer, you need to provide a third party insurance. That's how you provide the right solution and thereby give the customer the confidence that we are here as a solution provider. At policyhouse.com, in this sales module, what we are going to educate you guys is the scenarios. So in the following few clippings, you guys are going to hear the live version from our hardcore associates who are currently supporting our customers. They are going to walk you through the scenarios, connecting the C's into how they are going to educate the customers. So they are going to overcome each and every objection for you in a scenario model. So the next few minutes are very critical for all of you guys as sales associates, understanding the customers, identifying the solution, and providing the right policies to our customers. Use the confidence builders and ensure you overcome each and every objections. So here goes the scenarios.
So Rajat, I have a set of common scenarios that consultants face during the call. It could be to do with the vehicle details or the previous insurance covers, premium rates, type of car, anything. So I just wanted to see how you would handle these scenarios, or how you are currently handling such scenarios or queries from the customer. So one common scenario that we've come across over calls is that a husband calling saying that I have a driving license, so does my wife, and I have taken a car and it's registered in my name, but it's my wife who drives it frequently. So at the time of insurance, while providing details, what the husband wants to know is whose TC number is required in such case, the husband's TC number or the wife's TC number.
We always go by whosoever name is there on the Mulkiya. Be it husband, be it wife, we go by that. And ideally we ask for the documents that we collect from the Mulkiya, and the person whose name is on the Mulkiya, their driving license and Emirate ID. Vehicle can be driven by anyone with a valid driving license. There even the age is not a factor. Anybody with the age of 18 gets a license and they can drive the vehicle. Obviously there will be slight difference in the claim settlement amounts, but anybody with a driving license can drive. So that is not a concern. We go by whosoever name is on the Mulkiya, we go by that.
Now there are certain newbies in UAE, right, who maybe have taken a car for the first time or a car insurance for the first time, and they have this regular query because of a difference in the expiry period between the Mulkiya and the vehicle insurance. Mulkiya is valid for 12 months while the insurance is there for the 13th month, and we have understood the reason why. But however, there is this fear factor or a confusion in the customers saying that so should my Mulkiya is expiring before insurance, so do I need to get a new policy right now itself, in the 12th month itself? How does that work?
Fine. That is a quite common confusion, and most of the people don't know the proper answer for that. The validity of Mulkiya is 365 days, after which you should renew your Mulkiya. And the vehicle registration, the first step is, of course, you have to take the vehicle for a passing, and you have to prove that the vehicle is roadworthy. For this, you have to take the vehicle to a passing center wherein they might inspect a few details of the vehicle. The tires has to be changed, mechanical repairs may have to be made, and if say there is a scratch on your vehicle, you will have to get that repaired. So that all these things might require taking your vehicle to garages. So for this purpose, instead of the normal circumstance of a 12-month validity, insurance is given a 30 days grace period, so that customer, if he comes across any such repairs, he can get it done. So that's the reason why we usually say the insurance has a 12 months validity plus a 30 days grace period. Actually, this grace period is a finable period. Say he is getting his vehicle repaired and is going for his Mulkiya renewal, he is again paying a fine of 10 dirhams. A fine usually comes when something is not done on time. So ideally, a Mulkiya has to be renewed at the end of 12th month. Okay, and anything after that. Okay, and again, like if you check online on the fine chart of the UAE, you will find that using a vehicle for personal purposes with an expired Mulkiya is liable for a fine of 500 dirhams plus 4 black points, which again states the fact that it is not, you are not supposed to drive your vehicle. But people there are used to doing this because most of them are not aware of such a rule. So our job basically as an insurance consultant will be to educate them. Okay, tell them, okay sir, this is the condition here, this is the criteria what they have mentioned online. So as far as we are concerned, you are supposed to renew at the date of your expiry of your Mulkiya.
Right.
Okay.
Now we have received certain calls where or upon call we realize that the customer has already taken insurance.
Okay.
Has recently has renewed his insurance with another broker or maybe directly from the insurance company. And in such cases, the consultants tend to just end the call quickly.
Okay.
Rather, what is that they're supposed to do, or some details that they need to capture before marking that lead as lost?
Okay, fine. The best thing to do is like always try to be friendly with the customer on the call. Okay, just ask him which is the company that he has renewed with. Okay, so he might, okay, I'll quote a quick example. Let us say like it's a sedan, what do you call it, 2010 or 11 sedan, wherein we could have done a full insurance. Okay, the normal premium in the market is around 1160 to 1200, wherein we have a provision of getting it insured for 1092 as well. So my suggestion would be to the consultant would be, ask them, get to know the customer, ask for the vehicle details. Okay, fine. Okay, just tell them, okay sir, which is your vehicle? Okay, we could have done it for so and so rate because we are having a wonderful offer going on right now. So no worries sir, we could please inform the rate to your friends, because this customer we may not be able to renew his vehicle this year at least, but he could refer us to a lot of his friends. Okay, everyone in UAE has a valid database. He has lots of friends who 90% of the people are using their own vehicles over there. So it is ideally a door to reach them. Okay, instead of just blankly just marking the customer as lost, if you could just ask these basic details, it will be of great help, and there have been instances like that, they might lead us to other probable genuine good customers. Okay, so go for the vehicle details, just tell them what is the premium that we could have done them for. Okay, they might have even got the same rate that we might be quoting, but still again just keep a good rapport with the customers, which would be fruitful for us also.
Right. And ideally it would be good if the consultants could also mark their new policy's expiry date in the system, so that even if they are currently lost, at that time probably we could pull in, and that new expiry date we could probably follow up with them.
Exactly. Like on a call, if the customer says, okay, I have already done my insurance, just ask him, okay sir, I am so sorry I missed you out this year. Can you please suggest me like when did you do your insurance? Because we have a provision of calculating the 13 months again. Or I'll just ask them straight away, sir, okay fine, we missed you this year, but next year of course I'm not going to miss you. Okay, I'll be calling you on so and so date. Is that fine with you? Just fix an appointment then and there itself. You have a provision of noting down all these things on our system. Okay, just keep a note of that, and next year when the same time your system is going to remind you, just put a call to them, say them, sir, you had given me an appointment around a year back. Okay, they will also be happy to hear that we have kept them in mind all these years. Okay, that is another good way of going about it.
Yes, definitely. Now when it comes to providing quotes to the customer, right?
Okay.
We provide different codes for comparisons to the customer, and usually one frequent feedback that we get from the customer based on the code comparisons we give is that I want an increased value to be covered in the policy, as in the current value of my car given in the policy, the sum insured value is less.
Okay.
I want an increased value in the policy document.
Okay,
so how do we
exactly, like your question is very valid. That is one question that customer you normally ask. The portals like Tokyo Marine and New India, they generally have a habit of just undervaluing your car. Okay, 90% of the times customer may not ask for that, but there are instances where customer might ask for that. So the only thing left to do is ask the customer, like if the customer raises a genuine concern that the vehicle value is less, just ask them for the old insurance policy document which specifies the value last year. Okay, then at least we can bargain with the insurance company asking that, okay, this is the value last year, please give us a 15% to 20% depreciation instead of reducing the value to whatever we have right now. And the insurance companies, they might increase the value based upon the last year's policy document. That's the least thing that we can do for the customer. And of course, the second thing to do is, like, if the customer is only interested in increasing his vehicle value, go for better insurance companies like Oman Insurance, the Salama. All these companies will give you a slightly higher vehicle value. Even the Qatar does. We have the provision of referring to the concerned insurance company underwriter to increase the vehicle value, and it is possible.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the next frequent example or a scenario that pops up is when we again give quotes for comparisons. There might be cheaper quotes available, but sometimes customers want to go with either Tokio Marine or any other specific. And I think one other scenario that this gives rise to is when we give quote comparisons between Qatar Insurance Company and Tokyo and maybe one other. But customers, sometimes we have a few customers that choose a specific company even if we have a cheaper quote available. So what do you say to such customers?
Okay, fine. First of all, like we generally give a comparison chart showing around 3 companies initially to the customer, and like we explain the advantages and disadvantages. The customer usually have a preconceived notion based on the experience that he had with a particular company, so he might initially suggest, okay, I don't want such company because I had a better experience, or else like he might have heard from one of his friends that this company is good. Okay, or one of our existing customer might be referring someone who might not be eligible for the company that his friend has taken. Right. So our job is to like give out the premium and tell them what is the reason behind all these premiums, why he is getting such a rate whereas his friend did not, or vice versa. Okay, either ways, like just tell him, okay, this is the best for you. So he might ask us n number of questions like, is the service good, because I've had bad experience with the company. There again, the best way to reassure him is that, okay, fine, see, we are the broker, we are there in between, we are there to liaise for you. Right. All these days we will be there with you, okay, and we can get the things done for you. Like in your prior experience, you were alone. Here we are there with you to liaise out the between the insurance companies for you. Right. So more often than not, they will be happy with that, then they will agree to it.
Right. Good. So how about selling insurance to a customer who is about to get his vehicle transferred? How do you, or what kind of details are required from the customer? How would you guide the customer in such a situation?
Okay, in case of a transfer, like the customer might either have the older mulki of the vehicle with him, or else he might have a transfer paper or a possession certificate, either ways. Okay, so the only difference between a normal renewal and a transfer is that in the normal renewal you have an old mulkiya. Here you will be having either a possession certificate or a transfer paper. Rest formalities as far as we are concerned is the same. We still be requiring the person's Emirates ID as well as driving license. So what we suggest to the customer is, okay, fine sir, as soon as you made the passing of the vehicle, which the person selling the car will be doing a passing of the vehicle and handing over the passing paper to our customer. Okay, so as soon as that is over, we will ask the customer, okay, once I'll give you a quote, or we'll give a tentative quote first. Okay, we'll tell you, sir, in case of a normal sedan, we have an option of doing it out for a discounted premium of 1092. So we just say, okay sir, I can get your vehicle insured for 1092, provided all these documents are submitted to me. Okay, and so the customer would say, okay sir, let me just finish the passing, then I'll come back to you. So what we do ideally is, like, we give the quote of 1092 to the customer and just tell him, once you've finished your passing, just confirm, so that we can proceed accordingly. And like as soon as the customer has finished, since you have already taken the quote, it is just a matter of 5 minutes for us to issue the payment link and get the policy issued with.
Now we understood the customer, we have identified the solution. Now comes the critical closure, which is providing the right policy, the right solution to the customer. I hope all of you remember when we started this particular module, we told you guys we are not here to sell. We are here to solve our customer's problem, thereby hitting our numbers and supporting our business targets. So once you understand and identify, you need to place the final findings or the policies in a positive manner and ensure that the closure is done then and there. And trust me guys, if you have won the customer's confidence through the methodology which we explained, The sale is all yours.